All right, Esther, thank you for having me. Indeed, Kristalina Georgieva, the Managing Director of the International Monetary Fund, laid out what she calls the global policy agenda. There are three priority areas for her, according to her, in the face of several challenges that have bedeviled the entire planet, which includes wars that we have experienced, inflation that has impacted the high cost of prices, and indeed the cost of living around the world. One or chief among those priorities is to rebuild the fiscal buffers, as she called it. She says that in most parts of the country, unfortunately, fiscal capacity is dwindling, and it's very critical for governments around the world to rebuild those capacities, because emergencies and shocks will continue to befall humanity, and so by doing that they will be able to withstand the shocks that these challenges will bring to the economies, Esther. And then second, she also mentioned the rebuilding or reviving growth prospects, which would include cutting red tapes, investment in green energy, and indeed the digital innovation, as well as increasing female participation in the labor market. And third is what she says is the renewal of commitment towards the IMF as an organization itself. She did say that over the course of the several months, there have been $300 billion that have been disbursed to almost 100 countries around the world. Esther.
Ignatius, still there are concerns about productivity grinding low. What did she say, attribute this to, and can it be reversed?
Well, she did mention the penetration of technology, and says that although there have been, increased penetration of tech around the world, its success has been slower than was envisaged. She also talked about the aging population around the world, meaning that there are people growing old, but then not young people are coming into the labor market. She highlighted the success stories, for example, of the United States, mentioning the open market for migrants that makes them competitive ahead of regions like the European Union, and how the International Monetary Fund is allocating resources to help nations tackle productivity across the world.